Today me and Min are building a cat run online. They're about $400 to $500 and that's too much. I'm too much of a tight ass for that. So for under $100, that's Australian dollars or like 50 cents American kind of thing. We're going to build a cat run for our 2 Norwegian forest cats. So the main tools are, I've got a reciprocating saw, which is overkill for cutting the pipe. I was looking for my hand pipe cutters, but I don't know where they are. A tape measure, a pen or a pencil, and we've got some bits and pieces which they're kind of,
I'll bring them over.
like greenhouse kind of thing.
So this is connectors. So these are like little PVC pipe connector things, and we've got heaps of those. So they're the tri connectors. What do you call them? When
Yeah, just call them whatever.
Yeah, there's like 3, and there's you know,
trio.
So they're trio. I'll pull one out.
We've got cat netting, so these are only about $8 for 8 metres by 3 metres.
We got them on Temu, saved a lot of money.
Yeah, saved a shit ton of money. In Australia, each one of these fittings is about $5. Some
for these
more.
connectors for the we're doing it with PVC piping.
Yes, we are, but we're not using PVC water or pressure pipe because it was like
Conduit,
$14. Yeah, a 3 metre length. When these fittings, funnily enough, from Temu, fit the conduit. So this is electrical conduit, so it's not used for water. And the size, there is a size difference between conduit and the conduit fittings and your pressurised PVC pipe that you typically buy at Bunnings. So these were $4.40 for 4 metres, compared to if I used pressure pipe like white water pipe, they were in the range of $12 to $14 for 3 metres. So a massive saving. So that lets it know we've got to cut those end off because it's conduit. Try the other end.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wasn't 100% sure whether they would fit the cheaper conduit, but they did. So that is perfect. I don't know what Mindy's doing in the background there.
I'm trying to fit this because I want to just, oh, it's so satisfying.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So they all just fit and they slip on.
So
under $100 will be a bargain. I have links for all the bits and where I got them from. So I'll put that at the end of the video. So if you want to build your own cat run, chicken run, dog run, whatever, for under $100, and this is going to be about 3 metres by 3 metres, roughly. I don't have a plan. We're just going to ad hoc this baby together. We're putting it over these 2 garden beds here.
And does this come with the wire?
Because we have chickens, the chickens kill all our plants. So every time we go to plant tomatoes or something, the chickens kill it.
So this
That's for pruning. That's nothing to do with this.
Oh, but that was in the box.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, oh, did you buy that on?
Don't worry about it. Oh, why? Why do you bloody work with them? It's impossible. Already distracted. Right, so anyway, we're trying to cover these beds because these are full of really good soil, but we can't grow anything in them because our chickens rip everything up.
So it'll dual. It'll be a cat run and a garden
Keep the chickens
protector
out.
as well.
Yeah, so it's going to do a few things, but you could build this for birds, you could build it for rabbits, you could build it for whatever.
Even puppies, like small dogs, if you want to keep them
If it was
contained.
only a rabbit hut, it would probably only cost you like $30 or less. So we're going to get to it and show you what we're doing. We'll do our best to explain it, but generally we'll just be fighting a lot. So
well, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here to help. So
yeah, that'll cause fights.
We'll get in the way.
All right, let's get going.
Okay. So what do you need?
So ad hocing it, we need our pen.
Yep.
Which I think was buried under all these things.
Oh yeah, I brought them all over, which I probably.
Yep.
There we go.
So we've got our Sharpie. So I'm just going to do this by eye.
Do you need me to hold
measurement.
them?
I don't really care about hold this.
Okay.
So we want to go up the end there. We want it to be beyond that bed by about 10 centimetres. See that bed that you're standing at?
About like here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll mark that as about
there?
About there. So whatever that is.
And then you do it on all the other pipes, I assume? That they all
and
line up
we will.
together?
So I'll just see what that measurement is. And then we'll start making cuts. Now we're probably going to be in and out of camera a little bit. I want to build this quite quickly.
I think we could still see frame on there.
Yeah, I want to build quickly, so I don't really over care about how we'll make them. 950 from the useless end.
So that's
because there is a conduit end on them. So each of these pipes.
That's the one that wouldn't fit my connector.
Yeah, they come with pre-fittings. So the end of this conduit pipe is bigger, so another pipe can go into it, but I don't really need them. They might come in handy for some stages of it, but I don't really need them at the moment. So we're just going to cut 950 off. That's going to give us the rough size.
So do you want me
And,
to line them up and measure them all?
I'll do 2 at once because I can.
Do you want me to line them up and measure them all?
Hold
or is
this one up
gonna...
there, hold this one,
Okay.
don't talk. And I want them perfectly lined up at the end.
Okay, I'm doing my... Oh, they're a bit crossed over.
Shh,
Look
that's
at that.
okay, that's okay. Don't panic. All right.
Oh, he's cutting.
Shh, are you holding them right together?
Yep.
All right. So these are going to be our bottom run. Drop them
Are
there.
these going to be our measures for the rest of
Drop
them?
them. Oh, we can use one for the measure.
Yep.
Drop that one. All right.
See,
So
I
we'll
was
do.
thinking very clearly
Oh,
just then.
shush it.
Make sure the other end's down the bottom. Wow.
They can go that way because that's slower.
Yeah.
Line them up. So again, we're just going to knock this thing out real quick. It doesn't need to take all day, and I'm not even going to use the tape that much. Is that good there, Min?
Yep.
My finger's gone into lock mode, which is annoying. Now, I'm probably going to be short of pipe, of course, probably by
I
one.
have to go and get a couple more.
So now we've got
Can you
our
link two
top
of
and
the little
bottom.
ones together?
Top and bottom this side.
Could you link two of your little ones
Yeah, I
together?
can kind of
See,
do
that's
that,
clever, isn't
but
it?
we're still going to be short a
I
bit.
need the measuring one.
No, that's okay, we've got those 4. That's what we needed there.
Oh, so we need to do these a different size.
So yeah, we're going to go across.
Okay.
So to
Oh,
get
this way.
Yep.
And we need to measure that just ad hoc, don't we? Do you
Yep.
need the Sharpie for that?
So I've got one in my pocket.
All right.
So say if we're going from
Knock it out
about
of the way.
there, we'll leave enough room to be able to walk along the garden bed.
But but you can just drag it across. It's going to be quite light. So you want it against
Yeah, well,
the garden bed when we're not using it, because then it's away from here. So
Well, it's going to be about there.
Yeah.
You can see what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Because then you can still walk
Yeah,
down here to
sure.
get
sure.
herbs and shit.
Yep.
So now I'll just measure roughly what that is, so I get a more precise measurement, so I'm able to use the excess pieces that are cut off. So it's telling me about 1800, so we'll make it 2 metres. Then that's going to leave us the
Yeah.
right length on the offcuts.
So it's half of the thing.
It is, and remembering that one end's got that coupling on it, which sometimes
So
is
does
useless.
that coupling, is that part of the 4 metres?
It is.
Oh, that's silly.
Yeah, well,
It's
it doesn't
always-
really matter.
Always the way. All right, I'll hold these together
Alright,
for
so
you.
put them together, and these are going to be our top and bottom braces. Now we have to build a door in this somewhere.
Have you
Now
got
I've
your
lost my
little-
mark. Can you roll this
There
one
it is. I
around?
just saw it there.
There, no, that's a bit of crap.
Oh,
There it is
There it
there.
is.
All right, you got them together?
yep. Okay,
All right, we need 2 of them, and we need 2 more.
so that's for this
Is
way.
this going to give us enough length? Let me check one of those against this. I want to be able to cut the end off. Yes, we can.
Oh, so it
so give
wasn't
me
in-
one of them.
So it wasn't including the end, like you said it was.
Oh, shush it. So this is why there's fights. This is what
I
happens.
was curious about
All right,
that.
have you lined them up really good? Because it doesn't look
Oh,
like it.
Yes, I have.
Do your job, don't talk. All right, that's top and bottom.
Yeah, so that's cool that it doesn't include it.
Yeah,
Normally
so it apparently
shrinkflation.
doesn't include the coupling end where you can join them.
We're just used to shrinkflation, and we just thought it would
Yeah, I
definitely
thought
be.
normally they'd just screw us over.
For sure.
All right, so the basic gist is now we're going to connect
So we've got our 4.
the 3-piece for the corners. So we've got our 3-piece fittings. We're going to put them together just roughly to
Can I do
have a
some
look
of
at our
this?
thing.
'Cause I enjoy
Yes, you
the
can. So you know what you got to do.
No.
So we want that one, say, like in there,
I'm going to get it over. Oh, yeah.
and push them right in.
And then
And then we've got these are our
These are
lengths that go that way.
that way. Yep, so they'll go.
Yep. So then
there.
there's a coupling over there.
It's very satisfying doing this. Do these get glued in?
No,
Oh, really?
no need to glue because then we can pull it apart. So I have glue for these fittings, but if you use glue, you won't be able to take it apart. And I might want to alter this, so I'm not gluing. The tubes fit in these tight enough
Oh.
not to have to glue. They'll be quite tight.
That's good.
Yeah, so no glue.
Okay.
It'll just be convenient. And when we put the netting over the top, it's going to pull it all together anyway. And I got some really cool little attachments to put the netting on. They're like just little clips. They just clip on, job done. So it's going to be quick and
then
easy.
we've got- Okay, so these need to be high now, don't they?
Yeah, so now what we're going to do is, because these will be a bit floppy, they're only like conduit, we're going to cut and add a like a T-piece. It's a conduit piece, a T-piece. That'll go top and bottom and give it strength halfway down so it's not floppy.
So in this section,
it'll go up that way.
in the middle.
Yeah. So
do you have to drill that in?
I've got a cut.
Oh, yeah.
And then top and
Oh,
bottom.
yeah. Okay. Do you need me to hold them?
Whoop. Should be right. You can put the fittings on.
All right.
All right, so we need
the T pieces.
Yeah, T's. We need
up.
one at the bottom. On the bottom
And
one,
one
so that's
going
the bottom
down.
one.
One going
So that'll
down, one going up.
That's right. So the bottom, this one is facing up. Again, we're just throwing this thing together. Not really over
They keep
measuring.
popping out.
What's wrong?
They keep popping out of these ones.
Well, if we have to put a bit of goop on it, we might have to.
For those ones.
Yeah, might have to put a little bit of glue maybe. All right, so that's top and bottom. Now, the mesh I've got is 3 metres by 8. So our frame is going to be roughly 2 metres high, 2 metres across and 2 metres down, which is 6 metres. So
where's the other T?
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Just look.
Whoa.
So this is the cat netting, so 3 metres by 8 metres long. So the easiest way is probably I'll put a join down the middle of it. So I'm going to join 2 3 metres sections together. So that'll give me 6 metres, which is 2 up, 2 across and 2 down. So I'm going to cut the top upright, so the height of this thing, I'm going to keep it at about 1.9 metres, which means I'll have about 20 centimetres of excess to be able to tuck underneath the bottom run so that they can't get out too easily. So that'll be down the line. All right, we're going to put a door in as well. So I'm going to I'm going to organise some pieces to be 1.9. So we're going to use our offcuts. Right. Waste not, want not.
So you're going to cut the ends off?
So we want these to be...
Oh, they just go together. Cool.
Yeah, so that's the conduit. So that's the conduit end. So that's one there.
That's
so
handy,
the conduit end is a big end and a small end, and they just go together like that. So
that.
Whatever these are, because these are going to be, they're going to be a bit short for 1.9.
Are they for the height?
I will use these
for
the door.
Are they still high enough to walk in? Yeah.
No, I'll use them for the door.
Oh, yeah, because the door's got to be a bit shorter.
Door will be shorter.
Right, so these have got to be 1.9 or 2?
I'm going to make these 1.9 roughly. Now, where did I put that?
Would you just
bloody
do them
pen?
2?
Can you see the pen anywhere?
Would it be over there? Oh, God.
Where is it?
I didn't... Oh, there, it's under that thing. It's under that saw.
No. She nearly lost it.
I didn't lose it.
All right, you get down the end where you're going to hold them all together, so I can just do one big cut. And I'm going to make this, allowing for the fittings, on 1.8 metres for 1.850.
The fittings don't. It's 2 metres with the fittings.
Well, the fittings...
Oh, because you're going to be using them. Yeah, got it.
Well, the fitting comes up. See how it comes up 50 mil?
So you need this one longer then, don't you?
We want them all the same. All right, so line up that end, Min.
All 4?
I know I've got my bum to the camera cutting, but you're not missing out on much. Yeah, all 4 of them. You got them?
Yep.
I'll do it this way so I can see better where the line is. So, again, this is all pretty dodgy. You should really do it individually, but who cares? So it just gets the job done faster. Again, you don't need a reciprocator saw to do all this kind of stuff. It's a little bit of overkill. All right, so these are going
up, all right,
in the ends.
And they go to the top frame as well. And we'll do that together.
They will. Just stick the 4 in the bottoms.
We'll do that together.
Yeah, so we'll just stick them in. All right. So that's going to be our height.
It'll be quite light to lift too, won't it, when it's done? Like we'll be able to move it around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like you can clip it to the ground though, like you could use like tent pegs or something
if
you didn't want them going underneath it.
All right, well let's
lift the frame.
Yeah. So what have I got?
So
I
we've
just
got
didn't-
some on the
Did I just run out again somehow?
Did you
I've
run
got
out of
4
pipe
more.
again?
4 more. Oh,
No.
damn it.
No, you
Because
didn't.
I'm putting the extra bits there.
Ah.
All right, so anyway,
You got to run to Bunnings again.
don't worry about it. Let's lift this thing onto the top. It'll probably fall apart, but that's okay. We'll just put it together best we can. Get in there,
Wow.
you bloody thing. You're working against me, bitch.
I'm not. See what he calls me, everyone?
Yeah.
It's on camera.
That's what 22 years does.
Yeah, I've served a life sentence.
Get
Plus
over it.
some.
Get over it. All right. Now, so that's the rough idea of what we're looking
And
at.
that's got to be twisted. I
These
did
bits
do
that
it
they-
down, I did. Like that it was.
That's okay.
So they're going to be a bit sinky, so they need, when they have
That's
their
okay.
support middle, they'll be good, won't they?
Yep.
All right.
So then I need 2 more.
Pass me one, please.
I'm just got to cut the ends off
Oh, yep, got it.
these.
Do
So
you want me to hold it?
2850. And going into that, I'm going to do
Do you want me to hold
the
them?
same.
For you to cut them?
Hopefully I've only got to cut the end off
All
a
right.
little bit.
Oh, yep, yep.
So 850. 840 on this one. Alright. Just line those ends up. That good there?
Yep.
Alright, grab one each. Lop them in.
Wow. Gosh.
What are you doing, Spaz?
It's just like twisted away from me.
Alright. So the netting is going to also help keep the whole thing together.
True.
So
This is a bit wobbly in the
That's-
wind.
it'll be right. So now we need to sort out a door. We need to be able to enter and exit. So we will cut a door in.
So do we just like make the netting the door?
I'll make a little door.
You can make it through that.
Yeah. So
Are you
We'll
just
put a door in
you're
here.
not measuring that?
that looks like a good spot for a door.
Did you measure it? Oh yeah, you did. It's collapsing.
That's okay. All right. These aren't the right fittings, but I'm going to use these for the door.
All right.
Yeah, I'm like one piece short again, of course.
Do you need another pipe?
Yep.
Really?
I think so.
For what?
For the door.
Oh, the door frame.
All right, so that'll give us a side support for the door.
Oh, kind of like one that flaps down.
Kind of.
Is that what you mean?
Kind of.
I'm confused by this whole door thing.
All right, so
these
these
gonna
are
be
probably
long?
too short as offcuts.
No,
Well,
they'll just
see,
do
they've
it.
got that dumb shit bit.
Yeah, but
so
if you cut it
they'll
off,
be fine for
they'll
the
just
door.
do it. Yeah.
So if I just cut those ends off,
Ends
these
off.
can be doors.
Cool.
So I'll just get rid of that.
So you don't need to go to Bunnings again.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Do you want me to hold them?
Should be good.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I did offer, as everyone can see.
What? She's just being lazy again, standing around.
Yep.
Like it's smoko break.
Always smoko break.
It's not smoko break.
Whoa, that doesn't look even. Let me hold it for
No,
you.
look.
Oh, no! You're an idiot. I tell ya.
Yep. All right. Oh, bit short. That'll be right. Who cares? All right, we've got a wobbly little bit there. And
That's shorter.
that's okay.
What's that going to be for?
Maybe these will be door.
What?
These will be,
Oh,
These are longer.
These are longer.
so we'll use those two will be door. I needed to cut the ends off
Why
to
do
be
you
door.
need two for the door?
Well, I only need one for this.
Oh, you
section
just
here.
want to take that one out and do these
Yep.
instead. All right, got it.
I want
Just one.
one to be there.
What are these roller things?
They're the clips, so they're going to clip on the mesh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Are they really hard to do?
I hope not. The idea is that they're super easy. I want easiness, not hard. So if we wanted to, I could, by using these fittings here, I can put a pipe between those two.
Oh, we just lost some.
That's okay. And I'm mucking around with it a bit heavy-handed. All right. Now.
You mean one in there too, just to support it more?
Yeah. Right, so door.
I thought that was the door,
This will be the door.
but that's already got a fitting there. Do you need two more? Oh, they're going to be under
So
the
the-
frame. Got it. I'm a bit
And
confused about
I
the whole
can't
door
believe I'll be
stitch.
out of pipe.
Oh, you were
bloody
just
that.
there. You could have got extra
I
pipe.
needed extra pipe.
You always get more.
No. Maybe we'll get away with it if this is long enough to make two. It is.
So what are you trying to do here?
So we need the four corners. I have them. So we're making a door. So I need to work out.
His vision will come to life. It's making no sense to me, but
I didn't.
is it making sense to you?
Alright, put the corners on. Here, put these corners on these ones.
Just normal corners?
Yep, these things. See.
All right. Yep.
So we want
Okay.
one on each piece.
Just like on the ends?
Yep.
Facing up or down, or just
Yep, just.
you can twist them
Yep.
each end
We
of
need
both?
of both. And we've got a 1 metre 10 door gap, so I can get big things in. And then what's one of these? So from the corner we'll allow 60, 50, so 40. So minus 40 from minus 80 to that will be about 920. And if it's not, you'll be going to Bunnings, Mum.
I'm not going to freaking Bunnings.
Why not?
Not on a Saturday.
Now the door we will glue
All
once
right.
we know it fits.
Okay. Do you have glue?
Yes, I do. Now where'd that fucking pen lid go? All right, stick that in one end.
Down or up?
Yeah, across the top, and then we've got to join the other long pipe to that, if that makes sense.
Yep.
All right.
Like this.
Yep, and then yep.
Ah, why is it a bitch?
So 950.
Sorry.
Well, we might just shit it in without going to Bunnings.
Let me, that one's actually gone.
God, what's going on with that?
That one just popped out.
Probably, yeah, it's probably a bit long. This is going to be a bit tall because these elbows are like 40 mils.
Oh,
So, what are you doing, bitch?
you did it. I'm trying to put
No,
this
you're not
one
helping.
in.
That's not helping.
I'm trying
So
to,
the door will be glued. Did you get it in?
No.
What are you doing, you
I don't know how to get it in.
idiot? Go away. Go away.
It's not lining up.
See that? See how it's too tall? Because
Oh.
these are 40 mils. So,
I know.
see that?
That's annoying.
It's okay. It's okay.
So how do you fix that? You got to cut them again.
Well,
You got to cut them a bit.
yeah,
These
it's
ones.
just this
Gotta
one
cut
here that looks a
them.
bit shitty. So I'll just take 10 centimetres. It's just like
Yeah,
not
look,
going right
look.
down
I'll tell
on
you
it.
why. Look. Because it's got the mark there,
But
and you cut
just
it
hold
a
this,
centimetre
do
through.
something useful, hold that.
You cut it. Look, the mark's there.
Yeah.
See? Wow, watch out. See, it was too high.
All right. Now the door, hold. Don't go wandering around. Okay. All right, so the door, I'll show you the clips I'm using. I don't know what they're supposed to be for, but these clips here are going to let us rotate the door and hold it to the frame. I'll give it a walk around with the camera at the end. For now, that doesn't matter. So we'll hinge this end. There you go, look, instant door.
Cool.
And I'll put one here because then it can't slide down. And another one. So I probably should have looked at the time when we started, although footage will tell me how long this is taking.
Yep.
But this shouldn't take too long. We're going to use one this way as the lock. So that will be our door lock.
Okay.
We don't need,
Whoa,
probably don't need two
out.
on it. Yeah, we're going to have to glue this one up.
Okay.
All right, so that's a door.
What about here? So you got
Well, that's just our lock. So,
Okay. Oh, yeah, so we open
so
that.
that's
All
the
right.
hinge.
Yep, all right. So that's just to open, okay.
Yep, and then if you want to come in,
Yep,
it's
all right.
like door.
So we do have to glue it because it's going to be used a lot.
Yep, so we're gluing that
All
part
right,
down.
got it.
All right, so do you want to be Mrs. Glue?
Yep, what do I have to
All right,
do?
so each piece will take. But the main thing I've got to show you is all the fittings and where to get them from. You don't have to just, use each supplier that I used. It doesn't really matter. They were all very similar in price. Each fitting, a pack of 10 was like $7, that kind of thing. So not a big job and well worth it. Massive saving. We saved a fair few $100 and kind of, I could make it how I wanted to, custom, because it was really important to keep these garden beds protected from the chickens, because our chickens rip everything out of the garden beds. So now we got probably the two most fertile garden beds that are full of chook poo and whatever, and protected from the chickens, and the cats have got to run because we're not allowed to let cats outside. The rangers will grab them. The council doesn't allow outside cats anymore, so obviously we get rat problems and everything else now. So you can see the end result. It pretty quick, about an hour and a half, that kind of thing. And not a big job, and it was just nice to be out in the sun on a wintry day that actually had some heat in the sun. And the cats loved it, so we'll introduce them to it again today. They were, one of them was a little bit freaked out. So the netting looked a bit thin and flimsy, but it's actually quite strong. So you can see the cats. Cats are in. They're a little bit freaked out. They've never been outside. They're only about 5 months old. So inside cats, because the council doesn't let them roam. The rangers will grab them. So not a big job. Even the wife can help you to make it a little bit easier. We probably spent more time arguing than building, but you get that. So I'm just going to show you in the end of the video here all the fittings I got, how much they cost, that kind of thing. So we'll just do that. So running through the fittings, so this is Temu, you can see there it was 77 AU. So the top part is the hinge. So the first on the list there is what I used as a door lock and hinge. So I got 4 of those ones, so 2 lots of 2. And they were quite handy. They work well as a door hinge and also as a kind of lock, it clicks on. I got some 90-degree bends here, 20 mil, everything was 20 mil. So that's, basically what you want. And the 20 mil fits in the conduit perfectly, the cheap conduit from Bunnings or anywhere. They're the corner pieces we used for, top and bottom. And then I got 4-way ones as well, which were kind of used in the middle. So they were in the middle section to strengthen it all up. Again, they're pretty cheap, $11. These are packs of 10. Now the cat wire, we're looking at $12 something. I needed 2 of them. Actually ordered 3 because I've got another job I want to use them on. And they're the clips at the bottom. So I got a pack of 80 clips.
I probably could have got 2 lots of them. Again, $12, pretty cheap. 2 lots probably would have been better, so around 160 of them. And I did get sent some fittings that were the wrong size, so that's slightly annoying, but you get that. It's I think they sent 25 mil corners, which I used to make the door. So that's the hinge. You can kind of see that hinge and the lock that I used. Cheap as, a couple of them are like $2. So get the 20 mil, not the 25 mil, or you could get the 25 mil if you want it stronger. Like you can, the pipe was okay, but it's not the strongest. So even 25 mil might have suited better, but it just ups the cost. And, it'll be fine. It's only a light cat run. It's only holding light wire. And being that it's so light, I can move it around. Like 2 people can easily pick it up and change where we put it. They're the corner pieces, so pretty self-explanatory. They put the uprights and the horizontals together. So I got a 10-pack of them, and that was plenty. I've got a few left over. I've got heaps left over of these parts. I only really used 2 of these. I probably could have used 2 more on the long section. That would have probably worked out a little bit better. But I can always add that, which I actually might do. Cat netting, $12. That's the 3x8 metre. And I was a bit worried it might be flimsy, but it was good. It's quite strong. Like the cats aren't going to get through it, and I doubt they could eat through it. They'd have to be pretty, serious about escape to eat through it. And they're the clips. So I think I got an 80-pack. This is saying 50, but I think I got an 80-pack. And they're a little bit undersized, so they're 1.75. So they really do clip on. They're very hard to get off, but they made it so easy just to line everything up. They'd normally be used in a greenhouse situation, but it's the same deal. They just clip on and hold the netting on. So very easy to kind of place it. Now, we did a bit of a rush job on this pet enclosure. I'm going to tidy it up a little bit more. Just kind of fiddle around the edges and adjust the netting a little bit better, because we had other things we had to do, so I couldn't be bothered spending too much time mucking around with it. But as you can see, $77. If I kind of didn't need as many of the 4-way pieces, it would have been under $70. And the pipe I got from Bunnings is 20 mil conduit, electrical conduit, because it's only $4.40 for a 4 metre length, compared to using water pipe. That cost heaps more, like $14 roughly. But the trick is that all these fittings fit conduit. They do not fit water pipe. So you can't buy 20 mil water pipe because it will just not fit. All right. So all the fittings here from Temu are suitable for electrical conduit, 20 mil. So just make sure you're not getting 20 mil water pipe. Otherwise, it's not going to fit. Now, I did buy some glue, some plumber's glue, and we only used it in a couple of spots that were just kind of falling apart too easily. Some of the fittings just seemed a little bit loose, or the pipe, was just a little bit loose. So in the end of the day, well under $100, we got a good cat run. Thanks for watching.